have friend protect your neck. Shame on the 3 boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. Time to gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, he already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You wish you could breathe easy on the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
You a Tony Award, you a good actress. Your girl silicone, your tributes all plastic. Back while I'm spazzing. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's second down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys played the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They played the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. But he's got it.
And past the 30 down to about the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early. They'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
This is a Joey, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. The return man is Grant. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Gotta go. Lock in.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Wentz to throw on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hang in there now.
To throw is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 2nd and goal, Ajayi, the lone man in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Lock in.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Lock in.
They'll give to Howard running left. And some room to maneuver. A big seam, and he might go all the way. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard. Give him 53 yards on the ground. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
On 3rd down, Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They pitch out to Howard, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Being chased out left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Trubisky. He completes it right side to White. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense...
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They go play action here on first down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
Gotta go. Lock in, lock in.
And they'll run it here. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Lock in, lock in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Gotta go.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky.
18.
Now it's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Eagles have recovered. Ajayi, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And Elliott puts this one through. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. Here comes Grant on the return. Able to power through. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
Hey, gotta go.
Now Trubisky on third and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face a third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. dancing to his left. And incomplete here on third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
Well, they always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has got it in their end zone, and that strip may have just saved this ball game for them. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
The return man is Grant. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a two-score swing that you just gave up.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Trubisky will throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Trubisky to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Ajayi. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Ertz has it left side. And he's taken down inside the 30. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw, it's Wentz. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They run with Ajayi. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Elliott now to kick this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Wentz. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Elliott now to kick this one away. The return man is Grant. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
He'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Play action. Now Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Hurry,
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now it's Trubisky. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Finding Gabriel complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Now for the point after. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here we go. Waiting.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Eagles have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Sunday.
Wins to throw on 2nd down. Shakes up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now they try the right side here. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball.
Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Trubisky to throw again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, 18.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Touch,
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And not much running room. Down to the 32. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Coming tight. 4 down. 4 down. Check. Check. Check nickel.
They run again with Ajayi. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to have a third down. One last shot for Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard.